everyone.
My name is Denise.
It's Caleb.
It's Shimhon.
And this is me on ratnnark.
It's me on ratn'nark.
I mean, these ratn'nark, yeah.
And this is my confession.
One of my embarrassing moments.
And this is my most proud story. I'm not even going to lie. So basically, it was back in high school when we was writing WAEC, had to come to Nigeria, Lagos, and this girl back in school, we came together to write this exam, and she called me a boyfriend, a relationship breaker, that type of shit. Like I break people's relationships. And what happened, the reason why she called me that was because we were both dating some thugs and we realized that they were cultists, like they were bad boys. So I decided to do away with that relationship and she didn't know how to. And then she asked me to help her. And I helped her how I could. They ended the relationship, and then when she started missing him, she started calling me a relationship breaker and all that. And we now went to WAEC and we were all in the same room, and there was this other new guy. He was not in our school, but he was writing WAEC in the same school as us. He was not supposed to be in our apartment, but he used to come a lot of times because we wrote in the same school. And he used to stay over a lot, and I think he started liking the girl, that my friend that called me a relationship wreck. And I was like, and she wasn't feeling him yet. She was just giving him distance and maybe taking whatever he brings to her. And you know, like when a guy is showing you that he likes you and you're not really interested, but then you're ready to take whatever he's giving. And then when you later start seeing that this boy probably has money, he has something to offer, maybe you are even trying to maybe foresee how it can go if you decide to be with this person. I think that's what was going on. And I'm like, how? In which world? Never. That boy that I wrecked your relationship, because after she said I wrecked her relationship, they got back together. I said, you must marry this boy. You cannot leave him. You cannot call me a relationship wreck and leave this boy. So that boy that you are going to end up with him. So what I decided to do was just be me basically and throw my charm at that boy. And then he started looking my way, and then he started liking me. And we had boys' room, girls' room, and we had the living room, but then the rooms were too hot. We always used to sleep in the living room. And we found ourselves sleeping right beside each other, and that's what this girl wanted. Every time this boy was talking to me or was with me, it used to pain her, she used to feel like strangling me somewhere there. I'm very sure her friends used to be the ones to come and just peep and see what's going on and go and tell her she's busy there in the room crying. I'm like, yes. And then, after a while, the boy finally realized that she was probably accepting his advances because he had something to offer. And he came on to finally realize that he liked me. I'm like, perfect. That's what we're talking about. And then, after he said he liked me, I'm like, bro, I have a boyfriend back home. I'm not interested in any relationship. Because I really didn't like the guy. I was just doing it because you cannot call me a relationship wreck and leave the boy that you said I wrecked the relationship with. You have to marry him. You have to stay with him till the end.
Well, this confession goes to my parents. This will end in tears for them probably. Last year, 2019, around this exact time, I have the liberty to, get some extra cash from my parents and whatnot. So I saved up throughout the summer to be able to take myself to Turkey for shopping. And my parents, I managed to convince them somehow, that times are hard and the rent has increased, the allowance has to increase, the landlord is complaining about this, we have to fix this in the house. Shame, I got myself a whole trip lasting 2 weeks in Turkey on their money. Think about it, this is not the right time for them to find out. But yeah, that's what happened. I went to Turkey thinking all was great with my friend. My friend, she doesn't need a visa. I need to pay visa. Denise, I really didn't think this through, guys. Like, I had to pay for visa, pay for an agent who would get me the visa, get a visa for just a few days, and I'm spending like a lot of time there. So I'm gonna pay for every single day. It's the same money of extra rent. Guys, I went there, enjoyed my life, bought things until I had literally enough for the day I'm coming back, and also to pay a bit of fines for the extra days, including the fact that I may not get a visa again. I got to the airport with my friend who has no worries whatsoever. Guys, watch out for your friends. I went with my friend. We reached the airport. Got to immigration. She's standing in front of me. She goes through. I go to immigration. They're like, you have spent this amount of extra days. You need to pay for it. I'm like, cool. I got the money. Friends. I went to pay for it, yeah, to a point where I was thinking about how I'm going to leave Urjan to reach home. It was disastrous. Got to the airport, paid, almost missed my flight by a couple of minutes, literally, a couple of minutes I missed my flight. And in that moment, I knew that I had to call my parents and tell them, you know what, I'm stranded in Turkey on your money, please help me. Not gonna happen. Luckily, everything came through, I got back home, and I was broke for the next 3 weeks or so. And I managed to maneuver it. But till now, if I go home and my mom, who's a travel agent, sees my passport and sees Turkey, that's it. But let me confess now. That's my story.
Please, Daddy and Mom, if you're watching this, I was just young. So there was this distant cousin of mine. I'll not say cousin, but I'll just maybe just say a relative. So she usually come to my house like she was in university, so during the break time she usually come because we are very close to her. That is, my parents are close to her, not me. So there was some okay, I was like 15 back then, 15, 16 back then. So there was some stuff I was just, all these young boys touching things. So I was doing it like codedly with her. But it was not like, it's something like maybe when I want to sleep at night, I'll just fold myself near her, something like that. But this day was very, very embarrassing. And what I'm about to say is when I saw my first ejaculation, I became a man. So that day she was reading a magazine. So I don't know, that was in the evening, that was around 4 p.m. No, yeah, between 4, because when it's 4, like in Nigeria, the sun goes down, unlike Cyprus. So that time, it was getting dark, and that's the perfect time to be horny. So I would not say I was horny, but I was hard. So I climbed on her, so I was like dry humping in a kind of, I don't know, this is a different type of dry humping. I wanted to see, like I was just trying something else. So during that procedure, I was kind of eased, like the tension that was in me, the gaga came down. I'm like, wait, what just happened? I just noticed that my boxers was wet. I went to the bedroom. I opened my boxers and I closed it back because like all those time of watching porn, I was like, wait, this is me, like seeing what is in porn. So I was very, very scared, like so scared. So there was one thing my cousin used to tell me, that around this time of your age, you're more likely to experience your first ejaculation. But I was like, maybe like till 18. So all those things were just going through my mind. Like I was just, having this constant thought, like I was afraid. So I can impregnate a woman now, I can do so many things now. Like I was so scared. But after everything, I just chased it in.
Cut.
Moving. I'm very short, so. Interview 6, take 1.
Cut!
Ah!
Now I'm stuck. No money. What is going on? I met a taxi driver from Zimbabwe. Stay with me here, okay? Peter, what are you doing? Relax, Chomi, relax. And he's like stroking my thigh. This man comes out of the bathroom.